So I guess you could say this is strike 3 in terms of movies I've seen. Oh, good lord, people. Now, here's the thing, is that unlike Alien Covenant or King Arthur, I could find good things about this film. So yes, I am talking about the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean film, Dead Men Tell No Tales. What did I think of this movie? Oh boy. Look, I'm going to tell you right out the gate, if you really want to watch this, and if you're a Pirates fan, just go rent it. Just wait for Redbox or DirecTV or something like that. Just go rent it. This is not even worth it. And I probably would be a lot angrier if I saw this at a full price. Luckily, my dad and I went to go see this as a matinee, and we kind of walked out going, ugh, glad we didn't spend that much on it. Anywho, I had no expectation for this film, and I'm glad I didn't. But like I said, there are some good things. So the story is that basically what has happened is that Will Turner's son, Henry, is trying to find the Trident of Poseidon to lift the curse on his father, even though that's the only thing keeping him alive. They forget to mention that, because if you guys remember, the heart, his heart is inside the chest, and that's keeping him alive, and he creates balance in the ocean, you know, with the sea and the dead. So, yeah, that's kind of the big deal here. Now, the other thing is that we have this this girl who's a scientist and is being tried for witchcraft, even though witchcraft was kind of being cycled out by that time period, and Jack being, well, Jack. Here's the problem with Jack Sparrow and what they've done since the second movie, you could say, or even the second movie, is that they've kind of made Jack a caricature of himself, where he's just be like, oh, I'm clumsy and weird, even though in the first and second movie, it's more like he's clumsy and weird, and it makes sense, and all of these weird little plans all come together and culminate. And here, it's more like happy accidents, which is not kind of the point, and it's almost to the point where it's annoying. I know Johnny Depp is a great actor, but man, does it just wear on you thin. So yeah, also of course there's a love interest between the two characters, between the two new characters, and they are totally uninteresting. Honestly, though, I thought Henry, the actor who played Henry, he looked almost exactly like the guy from the 4th movie, which I liked even less. So I honestly thought, wow, they brought back Churchy McChurch, which that's what I called him because I gave no flying fuck about his name. So yeah. Also, they're both pretty bland characters. I know since the 4th movie they've been trying to capture the whole romance between that was between Will and Elizabeth, but even then that wore thin as well, and this just really wears on your nerves even faster. And yes, Orlando Bloom and Elizabeth and almost said the actress's name, the actress is the character, and Keira Knightley are back as those characters, but it seems pointless really because they're just in for a few scenes. Keira Knightley shows up at the end with no dialogue, and it feels like they Luke Skywalkered her. Yeah, they pretty much Luke Skywalkered her. Anyway, so what is a few good things about this movie? Well, I know people kind of have been harping on it as a bad thing, but I kind of dug it, was Javier Bardem as the villain, Captain Salazar. He's actually pretty entertaining, and he's been a lot entertaining. Like, the only thing I really liked in the 4th movie was Ian McShane as Blackbeard, but Captain Salazar is a more interesting villain because there's no real, like, big purpose other than I want to kill everything. He's pretty much like a pirate version of the Black Hand from the Green Lantern comics. And it's actually kind of funny because this whole movie feels like Pirates of the Caribbean Blackest Night. Because you have the dead coming back, and they almost all look like pirate versions of Black Lanterns. I was like, there's a moment in the back of my head where they showed his origin, and I thought to myself, Captain Salazar of Earth, rise. So he was pretty good. I enjoyed him. I enjoyed Javier Bardem as Salazar, and Geoffrey Rush as Barbossa is really good. Speaking of Barbossa, yeah, let's talk about that. And I've pretty much spoiled everything for this movie. Yeah, but this is a major spoiler right here. Actually, I don't think I've talked a lot about spoilers because there's not a lot to spoil except this one scene. If you don't want to know about, if you don't want to be spoiled about this one part of the movie, I'll give you guys a couple seconds to back out now. Okay, if you're still here, you want to be spoiled, because I'm going to talk about spoilers from here on out. Yeah, Barbossa, it turns out that girl who claims to be a scientist, yeah, that's Barbossa's daughter. And the moment they revealed that, I went, oh, great, he's gonna die. Sure enough, he died. And now this is the third time that we've had the reluctant father figure in a film. We had it in Logan, we had it in Guardians, and now we've had it in Pirates. Technically, although you could count the fourth movie in that wheelhouse with Lego Batman. So now if you count Lego Batman, it's the fourth one, but I count it 3 because Lego Batman didn't die. So, reluctant father figures dying to save their kid. So, yeah. We had that. And it didn't really amount to much, really. And also, there are just some really pointless scenes. Like, there's a wedding scene that makes no goddamn sense. It's just there to be comedic, which I stopped laughing. I will admit that there was one part that had me almost dying in the theater, where the woman is the scientist girl who they just go on and on like the Star Wars prequels movies where they talk about, oh, this character is important, we need to be important, but they never show it. So with this character, she talks about I'm an astronomer and a horologist, and of course, being pirates, they think it means something else, and there's a whole bit that goes on with that. It's hysterical. But that was the only moment that I really laughed hard about it. Other than that, this movie's pretty boring, and it drags out its scenes, and there's so many, like, edits that made me go, oh my god. The romance doesn't go anywhere, the two main characters, even Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow, it wears thin on you. It's nothing really that got me excited for this film, you know? But at least I didn't walk out of it and, you know, feel disgusted and want to change out of it like the fourth movie did. So I guess that's a plus. But even then, that's a small plus at best. Yeah. You know what would have been I was talking to my dad as we went home that probably would have been a better film, and you could have included Will Turner more, is that you have Salazar come back, he takes this Trident of Poseidon, controls the sea, and now the dead are ruling the ocean, like in the movie. But it's different because you don't have the kid, and it's more like the dead have created, you know, Salazar, because now he controls the dead in the sea, he's created an imbalance in the world, so he has to get, and the only thing that could help stop him is Jack. So Will goes, and the Flying Dutchman go to Jack, and is like, hey, we need your help because you fucking owe me. So, yeah, that would be actually a pretty better film, and it probably wouldn't waste Orlando Bloom like it did here. So, yeah. Even if you're a diehard Pirates fan, I think you guys would go, yeah, I think it needs to be done now. And hopefully this stays as the final adventure. Please let it stay as the final adventure. That's all I ask here. So yeah, I didn't, it was just boring. I didn't hate it so much as I was bored. But anyway, so what did you guys think of Pirates of the Caribbean 5? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? And how would you have done the film? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later. Also, one more thing that really confused me about all this. If Henry had been searching for his dad, a way to break the curse for his father, what was, you know, Elizabeth Swann doing? I know she was the pirate lord, but still, how do you not keep an eye on your child for 9 years and have him join the British Navy? Seriously, were you just a bad mom? I mean, like, seriously, how do you not keep an eye on your kid like that? Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because that really bugged me. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.